Good morning, everyone. Falguni, good morning. Hema, good morning. Sagatika, good morning. Am I audible to each one of you? Barsha, good morning. Subhoda, good morning, and welcome to the class. So we are going to do the MCQs related to the unit number 7, expected labor legislation. So let's start it without any delay. Fine. So the first question is, what is the focus of principle of international solidarity in the labor legislation? So we have different kind of principles based on which the laws are framed. So what is international solidarity? Yes, development of the industries, compliance with the ILO conventions and recommendations, improvement of the environment, abolition of the child labor. So very direct question. So we have the answer for this is option number B, compliance with the ILO conventions and recommendations. Which of the following is not an example of a law that aligns with the principle of welfare? So we have different principles: principle of protection, principle of welfare, principle of social security. Among this, laws given, which of the following is not a principle of welfare? Correct. So your Equal Remuneration Act is not the principle of the welfare. It is something which is related to either social justice or principle of wages, or either you can call it as protection. Next, which of the following statement best defines the principle of regulation in the industrial relation? Read it and answer. It aims to provide workers with the basic minimum wage and ensure social security. It seeks to regulate the balance of power between the employers and workers, ensuring the fair relationship. It focuses on improving the health and safety of workers, condition of work. It ensures the workers are paid according to the hours worked without any exploitation. Principle of regulation. What is regulation, Hema? So we have principle of protection, we have principle of regulation, we have principle of welfare, we have social security. What is regulation? Correct. To regulate the relationship, a balance of power between employee and employer. And we have three laws associated with it. What are those three laws? Trade Union, Industrial Dispute Act, and Industrial Employment Standing Order Act. Only these three laws are called as the regulative laws. Others fall into different categories. This is your regulation. Moving to the next. Which of the following labor legislation are covered under the category of regulative labor laws? So 5 to 6 questions I have made you to practice related to the principles, types of labor legislation. One question is 100% sure will be asked from this type of question. So make sure that you are clearly aware what is the principle of regulation, what are the laws under it, what is the principle of protection, what are laws under it, what is the principle of welfare, which are the laws under it, and what is the principle of social security. Other than this, few of the laws which fall into the category of wage legislation. Is the social legislation and labor legislation same? Are all the legislation considered to be social legislation? Welfare legislations and protective legislation, which are commonly known for both, this difference you have to make sure that you know ठीक है, इनका डिफरेंस आपको क्लियरली पता होना चाहिए. सो नाउ यू हैव टू आंसर यहाँ पे रेगुलेटिव कौन से हैं. जस्ट नाउ आई हैव टोल्ड यू, यस, ट्रेड यूनियन एक्ट आपका रेगुलेटिव है, इंडस्ट्रियल डिस्प्यूट एक्ट आपका रेगुलेटिव है, फैक्ट्रीज एक्ट इज प्रोटेक्टिव, सोशल एंड योर वेलफेयर, ये वेलफेयर में भी आता है. लेकिन अगर आपको चार ऑप्शन में से प्रोटेक्टिव, रेगुलेटिव, वेलफेयर एंड सोशल, इनमें से जब एक ही सिलेक्ट करना है तो ये है आपका प्रोटेक्टिव या प्रिवेंटिव. और अगर आपको दो ऑप्शन सिलेक्ट करने के लिए आते हैं, ए और बी एंड सो और ऑप्शन है, तो ये आपका वेलफेयर भी है, क्योंकि हम इसके अंदर वेलफेयर के प्रोविजंस पढ़ते हैं. वर्कमेंस कंपनसेशन इज योर सोशल सिक्योरिटी. मूविंग टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Arrange the following labor laws in the chronological order from earliest to the latest. Chalo. So anyways, if it is not written earliest to the latest or latest to the earliest, by default, it is understood that it has to be earliest to the latest. So now if you do remember the years, you would be able to arrange them into the sequence. If you try to do it with the elimination method also, you would be able to answer the question. ठीक है? Okay. Others? Fine. So the answer for this is option number 3. Very true. 9. क्या होगा इसका year? 1850, 80, 81. Then you have 1940. This is 1947. This is 1946. This is what? Bombay Industrial Relation Act is 1940. What is the year? I'm not able to recall. But it is before the Industrial Employment Standing Order Act. What is the year for the Bombay Industrial Relation Act? This was the first state legislation. First state legislation 41. Yes. This was the first state legislation related to regulative. Right? So this is the first state legislation which dealt with the settlement of industrial dispute and so on. 41. Okay. Moving to the next. Which of the following statement about International Labour Organization is are correct? Read it and answer. So I will just check that Bombay Industrial Relations year so that wrong year is not 46. फैक्ट्रीज एक्ट 48 नहीं होगा हेमा. सो हम यहाँ पे ऐसे लेके चलेंगे कि इनिशियल लेवल, ये जो सारे लॉस जो आपको अरेंज करने थे ना, ये थे हिस्ट्री से. ठीक है, तो थोड़ा सा क्वेश्चन इनकम्प्लीट था, बट अगर हम बात करेंगे उसको हम ऐसे लेके चलेंगे हिस्ट्री कैसे शुरू हुई. ठीक है, चलो. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट अबाउट इंटरनेशनल लेबर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इज आर करेक्ट? ILO was created in 1919 by a part of 3 of Versailles of Peace Treaty. The first international conference was convened by the German government in 1890. ILO became the first specialized agency associated with the United Nations in 1946. The original member of ILO were 121 countries in 1919. Yes. Which statements are correct? Correct answer is option number 1. The original membership were not 121, it were 45 countries. They were 45 countries initially. 1 is correct, 2 is correct, 3 is correct, this is not correct. Clear? ये ILO का, see again related to history. It was the first one. 1890 में the first international conference. ठीक है, it's not talking about ILO's conference. It's the first international conference. ठीक है, तो हाँ, अगर हम हिस्ट्री की बात करेंगे तो it was in 1890 जब पहली बार फर्स्ट इंटरनेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस हुआ था. Yes, anyone? Yes, Hema, anything you want to ask? Is there something you want to ask, Hema? Okay, sure. Now moving to the next question. Which of the following are the important publications of International Labour Organization? International Labour Review, Official Bulletin, Labour Law Documents, the Economic Survey of India. Which of the following are the important publication? Correct. So the answer is we have International Labour Review, Official Bulletin, Labour Law Document. These all are the publication of ILO. The Economic Survey of India is not the publication of ILO. Moving to the next question. Which of the following statements are not true about the International Labour Organization? The first ILC. Now this ILC represents your International Labour Organization's ILC, International Labour Conference, which is an apex body. Okay, now here you have to answer accordingly. So the first ILC was held in Washington DC in 1920. The first 6 ILO conventions addressed issues like hours of work, maternity protection, and minimum wage. The ILO was based in Geneva with the Albert Thomas as its first Director General. The Philadelphia Charter in 1944 stated that labor is a commodity. Not true. Correct. So your statement first. The first ILC was held at Washington DC in 1919. It was not 1920. It was in 1919. And third statement is correct. Fourth statement, the Philadelphia Charter in 1944 stated that labor is not a commodity. It's not a commodity. This is not correct. This is not correct. Statement 1 is not correct because here it's 1919 and here labor is not a commodity. Okay? So this option number 3. Chalo, moving to the next. Again, which of the following statement about main bodies of International Labour Organization is not correct? So I am giving you enough questions related to ILO as well. Make sure you practice them. Okay? Chalo, read it. The International Labour Office is responsible for making the labour policies and setting global standard. The governing body is an executive body with 56 members serving a term of 3-year term. International Labour Office assist government in forming the labor legislation and publish reports. International Labour Office is based and coordinate the governing body. Which of the following is not correct? Okay. Hema, the PDF is there. The PDF folder's name is expected MCQs. You have to scroll down completely low, completely down, and there is a folder. Expected MCQs. I will check it because day before yesterday only I have updated. Let me show you it. Okay, so answer for this is option number 4th. So why 4th? What is the tenure? What is the tenure? What is the tenure? So what is the wrong here? What is the wrong with the 4th statement? What is wrong with the 4th statement? Why only 4th statement is wrong? Correct. Geneva. Now, hold on. Hema, can you see this? See, this is a course. When you go into the December 2024 net course, you will be moving down and down. Then you would be getting expected MCQ December 2024. 13 files are there. Is this clear? This is what is the expected MCQ PDF which have been uploaded. Hmm. Fine, let's move to the next. Which of the following principles are included in ILO Declaration on the Fundamental Principles and Right at Work? Now, this declaration year is very important, and the content of this is also important. Read it and answer the question quickly. See, there are many questions related to this particular unit, so we have to do it very quickly. Which of the following principles are included in ILO Declaration on Fundamental Principles and Right at Work? Freedom of association and recognition of collective bargaining rights, elimination of forced or compulsory labor, establishment of minimum wages for all the workers, the effective abolition of child labor. So, ILO Declaration, Fundamental Principles and the Right at Work. Yes. What would be the correct answer? Video is not visible. Is it visible now, Priyanka? Is it visible? Fine. So, if I have to answer this, the establishment of minimum wages for all the workers. Is this the option? Hmm. Am I audible to everyone other than Priyanka? Okay, so the answer for this is option number 1. 3 is not the correct. Okay, 3 is not the part of the fundamental at the right at the work. So we have freedom of association, elimination of forced labor, effective abolition of child labor, then elimination of discrimination and safe and healthy environment. Minimum wages is not there. Moving to the next question. Which of the ILO conventions have not been ratified by India? Not ratified. Convention 29, 105, 138, 182, 111. Now, what are these conventions related to? You need to be aware. ठीक है, पता होने चाहिए. What are and how many conventions we have as fundamental? 10. How many India have ratified? 6. Which are the conventions which India had ratified and which are not? Have been not ratified. Yes, Priyanka, you can. Chal. Read it and answer. Which of the following has not been ratified by India? Yes. You know, not ratified. What is convention number 29? What is convention number 29? Hold on. The options are marked wrong here. The question has to be, hold on. Which of the following has been not ratified by India? See, 29 is, yes, 29 is ratified. Then we have 100. This is abolition, forced labor convention. This is ratified. 105 is also ratified. Okay, this is abolition of forced labor. 138 is also ratified, minimum age convention. Then 182 is also ratified, worst form. 100 is equal remuneration. 111 is discrimination. So actually all of them are, so options are not correctly framed here. These all are 6 important conventions which are being ratified by India. This is abolition of forced labor. This is prohibition. This is related to forced labor convention. This is abolition. Okay, of forced labor convention. 138 is your minimum age. 182 is worst form of child labor. 100 is related to your equal remuneration. And finally, 111 is related to your discrimination. So these all are actually ratified by India. So I will just write not ratified so that you will be having the clear idea. So we are not going to consider these options. I will write the conventions which are not ratified by India. So we have number 87, number 98, number 155, and number 187. These are the conventions which are not ratified by India. This is freedom of association and right to organize. This is not ratified by India. 98 is your right to organize and collective bargaining. Right to organize and collective bargaining is not ratified by India. Occupational health and safety. This has been recently converted into the fundamental convention. Earlier, this was not the part of fundamental convention. And finally, the promotional framework for occupational safety health. 187 was also recently by 2022 declaration. These were converted into fundamental. Earlier, they were not the part of fundamental. They were technical conventions. Okay, but they are not ratified. So these 4 are not ratified by India. Others are ratified by India. Moving to the next question. So this is what I have already created. Which writ requires a person to justify their authority to hold a public office? Okay, now this is related to Indian Constitution. Indian Constitution में repetitively the questions are asked from the fundamental right articles and DPSP. So basically earlier the trend was the questions were from directive principles of state policies, but in previous year recently the fundamental articles were asked. So now what I believe that we can have a question from the writ. Writs are constitutional remedies which are given, or which are the power with the High Court and Supreme Court, which they can issue whenever there is any kind of fundamental right taken away, or any of the fundamental right is hampered. ठीक है, रिट क्या होते हैं? सुप्रीम कोर्ट और हाई कोर्ट ये रिट इशू करते हैं अगर किसी एम्प्लॉय का या पर्सन का फंडामेंटल राइट उससे ले लिया जाता है। तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट केवल और केवल फंडामेंटल राइट के केसेस में रिट इशू करेगी, और हाई कोर्ट फंडामेंटल राइट एंड लीगल राइट के केस में रिट इशू करती है। ठीक है, वी हैव 5 टाइप्स ऑफ द रिट्स। नाउ द क्वेश्चन इज आस्किंग यू which of the following which of the writ require a person to justify their authority to hold a public office? Prohibition, quo warranto, seriously, mandamus. Okay, read it and answer. Let me see how many of you are having. Yes, the answer is option number B. ठीक है, quo warranto. Next, articles of Indian Constitution you have to match with the provisions. 14, 19, 1C, 23, 24. Yes, read it. Now see, this is from the fundamental as well as DPS. No, only fundamentals are here. Yes, read it and answer. No one is able to answer this. Hema has answered A. Correct. Answer is option number. Article 14 is what? Equality before law, equal protection of the laws. 19(1)(c) is right form of association of unions. Article 23 is related to trafficking, prohibition. This is used in our Factories Act. And 24 is prohibition of employment of children. Again, this is used in our Factories Act. Right? Clear? 23 and 24 are very, very important from your labor legislation point of view. Next question. Arrange the following provisions under the directive principles of state policy in their correct sequence. Now here the provisions are given, articles are not given. As per the sequence they are present in directive principles of state policy, you have to arrange. First, you should be aware of the article. Second, then you have to arrange. Difficult? So if you remember the articles, you would be able to answer this question. And if you don't remember the article, this can be the new way of asking the question in the exam. The state shall secure just and human condition of work. The state shall ensure equal justice and free legal aid to economically backward classes. The state shall raise the level of nutrition and standard of living of its people. The state endeavor to provide a living wage and decent condition of work for all the workers. The state shall secure the right to work, education, and public assistance in the cases of unemployment, old age, and sickness. Yes, Hema has answered C. Answer is option number D. So first we have Article 41. This is right to work, education, and public assistance. Just and human condition 42. Oh, hold on. No option is given here. 39A is legally aid. So this has to be 2. Then we have 5. Then we have 1. Then we have 4. And then 5. Fen 3. 2, 5. No option is there. So I would just correct it for you. I don't know why this options got mixed up. ठीक है? The answer is option number D. So this is the sequence. Next, okay. Here we actually complete the basic ILO's Indian Constitution and Introduction and Labor Laws. I'm ending this session immediately and giving you the link for the other where we are going to do the Factories Act. So immediately after this class, we will have the another part of this. So I'm sharing the link with you. Okay. So you will get the notification for it. Hold.